recapping the day from February 6th with the Oddsjam platform on betting, taking a look at how I did. So first of all, one of the things you're going to notice is the green and red on this, and the red just simply means that I did not beat the closing value line. The green means I did. The goal here is to get as many green as possible. You beat the closing value line. That's a highly profitable bet at that point. Percentages will show you the amount of times over the course of placing those bets that you should be profitable on each particular bet. So first, let's take a look at the individual bets, then we'll take a look at the overall statistics on it. So a lot of these games, and I'm going to point these out as I continue to make these videos, a lot of these games are won and lost based on small little things that happen during the game, like one shot being made, a shot being missed, an opportunity that just didn't come to fruition. So taking a look at a few of the ones that sort of stood out from my particular standpoint. First of all, the Cleveland and Washington game is a good example to this. It became a blowout pretty quickly. I think at one point during the second quarter, Cleveland was probably up by close to about 20, if not more, several times during the game. It was trending well over the over by halftime. I think it was closer to about 120, 125 points, which doesn't bode well for somebody who's holding 220. So it's just 100 more points until you're pretty much done. But in this particular circumstance, Washington sort of folded, and subsequently, what do you get is a total, I think, that was about 200 or 202 was, I think, the final total with it. So, and then you got a shocking one, really, is Green Bay won outright. So they're not, I got them for 14.5 at plus 125. Closing line value was plus 115. They won outright, which is kind of staggering in and of itself to see that. Jackson State went to like 2 overtimes and pulled out a win there. I think they closed by about 4 on their line overall. Again, Dallas Mavericks looking at some of these really great value lines, plus 135. Even the ones I lost on, I make that bet every single time. Washington Wizards money line. I had a 2% margin line with that when I took the bet initially. It closed a little higher than expected, I think, overall with it. But I'm going to take that bet anytime, even though I lost it. Same thing with the over goals as well too. Not ideal here, but it's just sort of what it happens. You take the gamble on it, but that's a good line value, and $5 is really nothing with it. So I'm starting to amp up some of the betting with it to make it a little more efficient. Flipping over to the dashboard, you can see the 97 profit from yesterday. Looking at the total profit, that's all time, of course. Going over the past week, what do we got? 447. Beat the closing line value about 80% of the time, which is really good in my opinion. Total bets during that time, bets won is 66%, which is significantly higher than my average. So this is like a heater right now. So I'm starting to step up some of the amounts that I put down for specific bets. If it's like a plus 150, I sort of take what Oddsjam has on its page. You can plug in the different banks that you want to do with it, by the way, too. But look at that, 32.28% margin. That is incredible. Incredible numbers right there. Looking at just yesterday alone. Sorry. Go to custom date range. And again, 97% profit. Near 50% profit per wager. That's incredible. A little lower on the CLV than my average over the week. But overall, 79% bets won. That was a really, really good day. You can even see the breakdown by books with it. BetMGM has been really good so far this season, primarily playing them for basketball. Caesars, I just started up. I think last week I put a good 150, 200 in on that one as well too. And then DraftKings, I love DraftKings. DraftKings is my favorite book, but they just never have any EVs. So I try to play off that. NHL's been just dog shit, to be honest with you. I play it just hoping that it begins to turn, so mathematically it will be profitable at some point, so got to play it to see how it works out. And then college basketball has been quite well for me as well too. NBA has just been phenomenal as well overall with it. But yeah, you could see the normal bet that I placed earlier in the day, but overall, fantastic day. And I have no problem showing the wins and losses. So taking a look, February is off to a great start. Looking at January's, a few bad days in between there. Again, I'm not a guy who wagers a lot of money here. I do within my means. My goal is to get to 5K before the end of the basketball season, and then turn that into a bankroll for next season as well too. So slow and steady build is what I look for overall with it. And you can see just some of the wins and losses from January, and then I'll flip back to December, and you can see some of the wins and losses from that as well too. Some big days. There's a stretch there, that 5 days where I just really killed it. But yeah, not too bad. 50% win percentage, 50% margin per wagered bet yesterday. Excellent day.